Hi folks, I have part of car engine here back in the car, and that's because car engine just died and it seems that engine should be replaced, gearbox should be replaced. There are plenty of things else what could be good to replace to get this car back running, but actually it doesn't worth to do that because price of repairs will cost about the same like similar car in the market. So it seems that it is time for a new car, but at least here in Latvia, banks are not very happy to lease cars for freelancers and self-employers. This seems like a good path to discussion about when it is time to go to the freelance. Yeah, let's discuss that. So for the next few days, bicycle will be my main transport. We'll see how it will go after that, but back to topic. So working from, I don't know, garden home or coffee shop is nice option for freelancing, but usually we are just working from homes like most of us did this during quarantine, so probably already know, do you like that or do you hate that? So that's different for everyone, but that is one of the points what to consider, because someone can't imagine work life without colleagues. So I found shadow a little bit better for video. Let's start with check, do you really like freelancing at all? And understand for yourself why you decided to jump into freelancing. Because if you just don't like your current boss or colleagues, that is not that is not way to escape from your current work position. Probably it is better for you in such case just change the office or change job and get new boss and colleagues and you will be fine. But that is very great option if you like to change your career and start to work remotely and work with your own customers, not with customers the company are sending to you. And if you like to choose your own projects to work on. For me it was a career change, and I was working as a product manager, but I wanted to work with aboard customers, and I was passionate with iOS development, and also I wanted to have option to work remotely, to have more free time and so on. So I decided to learn iOS development and start freelancing as iOS developer. Sounds a reasonable choice, right? So do not jump into freelancing if you are not happy with your current job. Changing companies, changing job is easier and the best solution in such cases. Then if you decided that you still like to be freelancer, validate your skills. Are you able to sell your skills? What skills do you have to sell? For example, if you like to become developer and you are not developer right now, so it's not good choice to drop current job and start full-time freelancing. That's very bad decision, but few people do that, and I highly do not recommend that. If you are developer already and planning to start freelancing, of course it's more easy for you because you already have skills, but you still have to validate, are you able to sell your skills? Do you already selling your services to someone? Because even if you are working as developer in company and company providing job for you, that doesn't mean that you will be able to find freelance customers and sell your services. In any case, are you developer right now or you just learning development? Do that on your free time, on the weekends, on nights or early mornings when you are free from your day job. Basically that's how I did that. I was head of product management. I was working 8 to 5 every day, and on the early mornings before job I learned iOS development, and on weekends as well. And later I started freelancing. Basically that is what I highly recommend. Start freelancing career on side with your day-to-day job. So basically you have to validate, is someone already paying to you for your skills, or someone already buying your services or applications or something like that. For example, I built some apps on side, published those to the App Store, and I saw that I have almost no money here. So after that I decided to switch to the freelancing, and on freelancing I saw that yeah, that is way to build enough revenue and I can try to live from it, and I continue to invest time and energy in that freelancing business to look for new customers and so on. So do that. Early mornings, weekends, that's all your time to learn new skills and build freelancing business. I heard stories that someone dropping job and starting to drive Uber and to have more flexibility in time, and then learning programming skills and start freelancing or switch careers to get a developer's job. But that's kind of extreme, and I highly do not recommend that. And yeah, do that safe way, do that on side. So I have to work with this machine right now, and then we will get back. Next question I would ask myself before jumping to the freelancing, and what I asked myself as well. Just think about amount of work. What do you have? Do you have enough work? And if you already have too much job to be done with it, so that could be the sign that it is time to jump to the freelancing. Again, my example, I was working as full-time employee, and I already have some ongoing Upwork projects which was opened and closed that keep me quite busy. But then I got part-time job on project where I was maintaining the application and was working on new features for that application, and basically I had no free time at all. And at that time my hourly rate on that part-time job was bigger than my hourly rate in full-time job, and it kind of started to feel that I'm losing money going to the full-time job. And then few more small projects come in on Upwork. I already declined those projects, and then I got contract for app development from the scratch for one startup. I had to choose, what will I drop, a full-time job or better paid and more interesting for me freelance projects. And of course I decided to go all in freelancing. So if you're already freelancing and you have more jobs than you can do, that is good sign that you are ready to go full-time in freelance and drop your full-time job. Okay, next one to consider in my list is wearing multiple hats. So basically you have to play plenty of roles in working as freelancer. It's about the same like running the small company. You have to do all the jobs. You should take care about marketing, sales, looking for new revenue streams, proposal writing, just name it, everything. As freelancer you are working as small company owner, and yeah, basically you are one-man company. Currently I'm doing almost everything, and that is really fun for me. And I'm creating content for content marketing, this YouTube channel, maybe that will grow to some revenue stream, I don't know. I'm running Instagram account, yeah, follow me on Instagram if you are not doing that yet. So I'm happy to jump between different roles. That could be boring for me just to sit and program all day long. If you are that kind of person, stick with corporate job as programmer. For me, that's kind of boring. For me it was boring only management, and is boring only programming as well. I like to do a little bit of everything. So if you like that, that's fine. Freelancing is for you. If not, consider and think once more. Do you really need that? Do you really like to jump into the freelancing? Test the water, start that in parallel with your day job, and you will see. Maybe you will hate those client relationship management and so on. Talking about multiple revenue streams, like I don't know, YouTube for example, or own apps and so on, we are getting into the topic about financial stability and finances at all. And if you are freelancer, you have to think more about finances comparing if you are working as employer. But I have to move again. Okay, it was kind of long day, but I'm back in the office and I still remember what we are talking about. Multiple revenue streams. Job in big corporation may feel safer, but no one promised to you this job to be still on place tomorrow or 1 month later. It's not safer to work in one big company, because if this one job is lost, it is lost and you are unemployed. I personally always prepare smaller but multiple revenue streams over one but big revenue stream. And that actually doesn't matter. Is it work for one company or is it freelance job for one but huge customer? If you have multiple projects, multiple revenue streams, it's always better. Why? Just because of all of unexpected things that you can't plan ahead. For example, lately I, as well as millions around the world, received a laid-off letter from one of my ongoing customers, and that's not the end of the world for me, because besides that one bigger customer, I have multiple smaller ones. I have my own applications which generate some revenue. I have Google ads which are running in my applications for free users, and hopefully some money maybe will be generated from YouTube videos as well. So that's not end of the world if you have multiple revenue streams. So therefore, for freelancing, you have to be good on financial planning. But this freelancing is not so scary from financial perspective as you may think. If you will work kind of smart and plan your revenue streams, you have to have, if you are freelancing, you have to have multiple revenue streams. And if you are still working in one corporate job, I also suggest to you to get at least one more revenue stream, for example, freelancing on the side from your main job. So again, start freelancing while you're working at your corporate job. If you're a freelancer, you have to be good with finances, with money management, with planning, with saving, with budgeting, and so on. In freelancing, that's always ups and downs. In 1 month you have plenty of projects and you have plenty of revenue. Other months, I don't know, global crisis happens and you are sitting without jobs. You have to have savings. I suggest to have emergency fund to be able to cover few months of your living, and then you will feel safe. If you will have savings in your bank account, it also will be good for your options when you will take a look on incoming projects. That will be way more easy to say no to the project which you don't really like or which do not fit your budget. And still about finances and back to my problem with car. Put your finances together. If you are looking to buy car or buy home, if you are planning big purchases and you are planning to go to the bank and ask for mortgage or lease, better do that while you still have your day job, because banks quite often do not like freelancers, and especially if you are just dropped your full-time job and decided to go in freelance, most likely you will not get your mortgage, at least in this side of ocean. I don't know how that works in US, but I guess that's about the same. As self-employed, you can write down quite a lot of expenses as business expenses, and that's fine because you can do that before taxes are paid, but check if banks are counting that as revenue. Probably not. So that may make all of your plans for bigger purchases more challenging than you expected. So those are few things that I highly recommend to think about before you are planning to jump into the freelancing. And my main point here was, do not drop your job to start freelancing. Start freelancing in parallel with your job, and then you will see when you are ready to drop this full-time job and do you really like to do that. If you like to hear full story how I become freelancer, check out video about that, and there are quite a few more videos about freelancing topics. Check those as well. And for sure, if you managed to watch so far, let me know hitting the like button, and if you will decide to hit subscribe button as well to do not miss next videos, that will be highly appreciated. So thank you for watching, see you on next one.